Hi, I'm Dr. Kim. Today I'm sharing Hexagram 7 with you. Okay, go to drkimgo.com. Okay, click here for Learn Free. Under category, you look for I-Ching. Okay, and for I-Ching, you scroll for Hexagram 7. Hexagram 7 has more in lines, more broken lines than the yang line. Okay, so the top trigram represent Kun Kwa. Kun Kwa represent the earth, and we know the earth represent the mother. The bottom trigram represent Kan Kwa. Kan Kwa means water. Okay, so from this hexagram we can tell that water is beneath the earth. Okay, so where water is beneath the earth, water will flow through many forms. Okay, that means they may flow to the river, they may flow to the grass, they may flow to the well. Hexagram 7 is known as Di Shui Shuai. This is read as Shuai, not Si. Shuai. Why is this read as Shuai but not Si? It's because this Shuai represent the Tong Shuai. What is Tong Shuai? Tong Shuai is the general. Okay, the army general. Okay, the person leading the army. Therefore, hexagram 7 represent an army Kwa, an army divination. Okay, so what does an army divination means? An army divination means that there are many type of people from all sorts of background, all sorts of characteristics that join the army. And as the general of this army, if he wants to lead this team, he knows that all his soldiers are from assorted background. Okay, they have assorted characteristics and assorted background. Okay, assorted culture and beliefs. So how is the army general going to lead this team of army? Take note that going for war is not fun. Okay, it's a matter of life and death activity. Therefore, the soldier is an important characteristics to determine the success or the failure of the war. As an army general, we must discipline the soldiers. And is it easy to be a good general in the army? In the ancient time, the emperors are always very wary of the general, the army general. Why? Because if the army general abuse his power, it can bring disaster to the emperor's dynasty. That's why as the army generals, they also have to be very careful when dealing with the emperor and very careful when dealing with the soldiers. Overall, hexagram 7 is not considered an auspicious divination. Line 1 means before going for war. Okay, you must be well prepared, right? You must have discipline, you must be well prepared, you must have also been training very hard, okay, with wisdom. Line 2 says that when the general is overpowered, okay, the emperor will be extra precaution, right? Will be extra careful with the general, the army general. Therefore, the army general, he's in quite a difficult position, right? He cannot overpower the emperor, but at the same time, he has to have very strict discipline and control and power over his soldier. Line 3 says that the general must be very well prepared. Okay, because going for war is not that simple and it's very dangerous. So if he's not well prepared or he has lack of wisdom, then he may lead himself, his whole team of soldiers, including his dynasty. Okay, he may put all of them in danger. Therefore, line 4 says that sometimes it's not always the attacker in a better position. Sometimes defendant can be also in a good position or rather safe position. And if we know we are not in a favorable position, do you want to take action? Do you want to attack? Do you want to carry on with our plan? Probably not, because it's not to your advantage. Okay, so if you are not ready, if you didn't study your environment well, your army are all not ready, they are not well trained, and you just move on with the attack, then it's a failure. Line 5 means that it's important to choose the right person to do certain things. Okay, just like for example, if you're going to the war, you will need a very wise, experienced general. Would you use somebody who has no experience, who is not physically fit? Cannot be, right? If you want to carry out certain plans, you need to find the right person. Okay, you need to find the right person to help you. Line 6 says that there are many soldiers in the army. They come from all sorts of background, characteristic. So the tendency to have ill-intentioned people among the soldiers in the army, is it possible? It's very possible, right? So here says that, because line 5 says that, oh, we have to use the right person to lead the war for us, or even to help us carry out certain activities to facilitate the plans. Okay, but line 6 says that some of them are ill-intentioned. Okay, not everybody is cooperative. So there are some people who are out there to jeopardize your plan. Okay, so and it's important for us to avoid all these people at all costs. Okay, so what do I mean by ill-intentioned people? Ill-intentioned people are like, for example, if they see you're not doing well, okay, or if they think by sharing certain information with you will upset you, they will share with you. Okay, these are called ill-intentioned people. Another type of ill-intentioned people is they take your credit. For example, you wrote this piece of work, right? And the ill-intentioned people will copy your work, okay, and did not give credit to you, okay, and claim it's their work. Ill-intentioned people, they will not make you happy, okay, and they are happy when you're not happy. They are not there to help you. They want to see what they can do, right, to make you suffer. Okay, but there are people like that. I don't know why they do that. Okay, or sometimes there are people who gossip behind your back, right? These are also ill-intentioned people. Okay, anyone who gossip behind your back, they are the ill-intentioned people. Ill-intentioned people, basically, they do not want to see you do well. Okay, and they don't want your plan to succeed. And they are happy if they know you are upset or angry. If you are asking about marriage, Hexagram 7 will tell you that there are too many people giving you opinions, right, about your marriage. You're seeking here, seeking there for help, but all this help are not helping you. Okay, so you have not met the right mentor, okay, or the right supporter. Okay, or you approach people and people are not helping you, or there are backstabbers around. Okay, maybe there are outsiders involved in your marriage. If it's about your work, then we know that there is no cooperation in your work. Okay, because you need a very wise leader, okay, who can lead your work team. Probably you are the leader and you're not leading the work team, or you are leading the work team but your team members are not cooperative with you because there are ill-intentioned people around influencing your team members. I hope you liked today's video. Please subscribe my YouTube channel and please leave me a comment. Thank you.